Afternoon all, hope you're well. It's me, the Evesham Gamer, Teg. So maybe I shouldn't just say it, just say what it is, just Teg. Or just Martin. Well, whatever's easiest. Just say all three. Just say whatever. So anyway, I hope you're all well. Fuck me, man. Seriously. I've got a veritable feast of stuff for you here today, to be perfectly honest. What I need to be doing, I should have done it a minute ago, was fire up the Xbox One and have a game on in the background. But whether that happens, I don't know. Well, it is happening. It's happening right now. I might as well just start off with what that game is, because this video is basically about what I've been playing over this past month. So September, and as you can see, Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. But we'll get into that in a second. So, wow, what a week! What a week! There's a lot of people speaking their mind about things at the moment, about eBay, about other YouTubers and things like that. And I think it's about bloody time. It's what's there to be said. I don't think there's any point in me adding my mark on it. I just wholly agree with what people are saying about these grifters and things like that. I just, and a little bit of a few extra subs, and a lot of people goes to their head and they just start asking for money and things like that. No, one, that's never going to be me, because I'm never going to get any numbers like that. And two, even if I did, I'd probably end up canning it and starting a new channel, because I don't want that. I'm a hobbyist, so I'm not interested. Really not interested. Now, whilst on there, Jimmy's Iced Coffee Cinnamon Roll Special Edition. It's very nice. I highly recommend it. I'm not on the pop yet. I will be later. But for potentially health reasons, I probably need to stop. But I don't go into my personal life, and if I do, it's very minimal, because I just don't feel people need to hear that. But it's different, different strokes with different folks. So don't get me wrong. I'm not really not taking it away from anyone. But you're not here to hear me ramble on about things like that. Okay, so the past week or two have been very busy, and not just with playing games, but with where I've been as well. So I've spent a bit of time over at RetroSect with Ben. We haven't done any deals. Well, we sort of have. He bought my Omnibot off of me, and he also bought a CRT TV. I was going to sell this one, the Trinitron, but I've since working out there's a hidden mode on it that allows you to move the screen in different places, because some consoles, like I think the Dreamcast and the Master System, are slightly shifted to the left. So some newer CRTs, if you can call them that, there's a little knob on there you can change to move the screen. You can't do it on one of these. It's actually just through some button presses. I think you have to press some button at the top of the remote. Yeah, look. There's like a button there, and then number 5, and then I think you press up or something like that, and then you press the power button on, and it gives you this numbers at the top of the screen. Oh man, it's a pain in the arse. I had to reset it because I just couldn't get it right for what I wanted. But we'll get there. We'll get there in the end. So yes, I was over at RetroSect. I've met a couple of people, another couple of resellers. They're not on YouTube or anything like that. It's one guy over at the Morton in Marsh, another guy, not a reseller for video games, but he does house clearances. That's Adam. Picked up some PS2 games of him. I'm not going to go through those here because they're just some cheapy ones. Well, there's a couple I've never seen before, but I can guarantee you there's something in this video for everyone. Absolutely guarantee it. So I just need to check something here. Oh, it's okay. I thought I'd pressed the button on this little thingamajig. I thought I'd pressed it and it fucking stopped recording. Anyway, so what have I been playing? Well, I told you Lollipop Chainsaw Repop is one of them I've been playing. I've absolutely smashed that. I didn't want to buy the physical copy because I had to wait till December. But people like, well, I can't remember what they're called now, limited run games, man. They fucking hold people to ransom, I'm telling you. I've only ever bought one game from them. I think it was Alex Kidd in Miracle World DX. And that was you got that way before the game even come out, like a week before. But Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, you got to wait till December. So I've already got it on the Xbox 360, so I don't need it. But it's a good job. They've done a good job to it. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I don't want to go into that because there's some 360 stuff here. This is real ad lib here today. Okay, so I want to shout out to fucking. I'm just going to call him Roast Beef. Okay, and I'm going to put his link into the description below. He's asked me to basically do a video on my Saturn stuff, and I looked back over my videos, and I haven't done explicitly some Sega Saturn stuff. I've done like what I owned on the Mega Drive, Mega CD, and the Sega Saturn at a point, which was about a year ago. But I have got a lot more since then, so I'm going to do that at some point before Christmas. So out to you, Mr. Beef. He's over there in. I really haven't done any bloody research yet. I think he's in Australia. So if he's in New Zealand, I'm fucked, basically. Oh dear. He was, yeah. So yeah, Mr. Roast Beef, thank you very much for that question. Yeah, I will be doing a Sega Saturn one. I've got some Sega Saturn stuff here, which you're waiting for me to get into this shit. Okay. So this is what I've been playing, and a lot of and a lot of this is what I bought as well. Everything else I've got is all in the loft and in drawers here, in cabinets, underneath here, in boxes underneath here. It's some shit in there, up there. It's in the wardrobe outside here. Stuff behind the camera, like you might have seen in other videos. Anyway, and then also big shout out to Feed Me Chicken. He sent me these two out. Wolf of the Battlefield. That's on the 360. The Wolf Among Us. And Get Even. So I've got this on digital, but he said to me, well, I'll send it to you anyway. Play it, and when you're done with it, just send it on to someone else. So I'll do that. And I think he said the same thing about Get Even. So, which is worth, pass it on to someone else. I don't know what it's about. I've never seen it before. He said it's nothing much really happens, but he really enjoyed the story. So I'm going to take his advice on it and give it a go. And I don't know if you noticed, Mr. Chicken, I did clean up the boxes. I love a sticker on a box. I don't care how bad it is. I love getting stickers off. I've got some weird fucking twisted thing about it. So thank you very much for those. So yeah, so what have I been playing? Right. So since the Mega CD Appreciation Society, which I'll put a link below to the video for that, myself, Pompey Games Room, Retro Martin and John Bunday, thoroughly enjoyed that. Plenty of good stuff coming up on that. I bought myself 2 more Mega CD games, and I've been playing them. And for the life of me, I can't fucking get used to this one. Okay, so that's Double Switch. I've always wanted it. So I just got it. And it's a full motion video game. So think Night Trap. It's the same as Night Trap. You have to like engage traps and disengage traps and follow different cameras and stuff. So yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this one in the previous video. Heat Seeker on the Wii. Not a bad game. Not a bad little game. Shovelware nevertheless. But still, it's I just think Afterburner a bit really. That's all there is to say about that. I don't know why. I just wanted this. See, I'm just some dodgy pikeys out there again. There's always pikeys, and I fucking hate pikeys. I don't mean to reference Snatch on that, but I bloody do. Outriders. So it's like Gears of War, but it's a lot of it's online, but it's single player. So I've played a little bit more of that. I need to get more into it as well, but it seems to have like a tier system in it, like RPG elements in it, and I'm not a big fan of that. So it probably will end up just staying in the box. Another one, just because it was 80p. It was the digital version was 80p on Xbox Live on Xbox. So I picked up The Crew 2. I got this for £1, the actual gold edition, but I already had, because I got it for free from a code from someone at some point. I can't remember now, but gave me all the DLC. So that was great. System Shock. I think I mentioned this one before. but I still can't get my head into it. I'm really trying, I'm stuck at this bit near the beginning. I'm like, oh, sod this, play something else. National, the Nat Geo quiz wildlife. Yeah, I've been playing that. I'm quite enjoying it, really. Although I can't get my head around some bits. There's this one where you've got to guess the fucking. It's a bit like Top Trumps. There's a bit in the game where it's a bit like Top Trumps, and every time I play, I get fucking virtually every question wrong. It's just like, well, how am I supposed to know? And the whole point again is like, it's like Top Trumps. You don't know if that person's got a better statistic than yours. So say like for car Top Trumps, horsepower. How do you know what's on their card? This is a nice little platformer, Snoopy's Grand Adventure. Definitely for kids, but it's fun. It's fun. You can get like different hats in it. Like the first hat you get is like this explorer hat, and it allows you to climb vines. And that's as far as I got to that point. But two players can be in it, and the other player plays as Woodstock, the little yellow bird, and it's on the same screen, which is quite good. This one, a big shout out to Rob for this Motorcycle Club. This was brand new this morning, but I've opened it and been playing it. Rob, he's got an eBay site. He stalls up at the gaming markets, or he did. I've been having a little chat with him. He's not overly happy, from what I understand. I ain't going to say too much. That's his business. I don't know if he would want me to say anything more than that. But I reached out to him and got this off of him for a good price, considering it was sealed. What's different about this game? Well, yeah, it's not brilliant, but I have to say I like the element where you can switch bikes in the race. You can change from a racing bike to a sort of, not an off-road bike. I forget what they call them, but there's three different types of bikes. You can switch between them during gameplay. So nice little touch. Not bad. I'm not upset with it. I quite like this. I've been after it for a while. So I played that for a bit today. Been playing a bit more. This one, Tootie, like some of this here, Stu. I've got some nice cardboard here as well. I bought this a while back, but I've been playing again this week. Weapon Lord on the Super Nintendo. It's a good. I've done a video on this before, so I ain't going to go into it. But it's definitely a good beat 'em up. It's a beat 'em up, a good one-on-one fighter. Another person to mention, Retro Red Steve. He got this ages ago, and I managed to get myself a copy about 2 months ago. So I've been playing this. Specifically, I've been playing Bomb Jack on it. This one's got Bomb Jack, Rygar, Starfall, Solomon's Key, Pleiades, Sengio, Pinball Action, Strato Fighter, Swimmer, Tecmo Bowl, and Tecmo Cup. There's a good little shoot 'em up on this. I think it's Strato Fighter. I can't remember now, but I really, really did enjoy that. So this one's one that I keep busting out. And even better, you can plug this one into your 360. Play it on your 360. It's backwards compatible on the Xbox 360. So well worth getting. And it does look slightly better as well, running on the 360. A PS2 one. I do like my shmups of late. I really do. And this is Steel Dragon EX. It's got Steel Dragon and Steel Dragon EX into it. So there's two games on there. One's the arcade one. That's not the name of the actual arcade as it used to be, but it's another arcade game that it is. And I'm really enjoying it. It's a good shoot 'em up, this one, and it's not expensive. You'd think it probably would be, but it's not. It's around about 15 quid. So if you ain't got it and you like your shmups, it's very easy, but it ain't easy to get a high score. So it's one of those ones that kind of it's you think, oh, that was a bit easy. Nah, it's not getting the high scores. It ain't. Been playing a bit of this one next, Yoshi's Woolly World. Hey, man, this is really, really good. Yoshi's Woolly World. I've played about 4 hours of this so far this past week because I finally got around to playing it. And the art, the graphic, the art style is fantastic, but to me, it's almost a Mario. It is a Mario skin, basically. A lot of it's Mario. You start playing, you think, oh, but then it would be, wouldn't it? Because Yoshi's from the Mario universe. So yeah, Yoshi's Woolly World. a Mega Drive classic here. Wonder Boy in Monster Lair. Monster Lair. Wonder Boy 3. We know that Wonder Boy 3 is a Dragon's Trap. Goodness knows why they called this, but they did. This is nice. This is as Yorkshire gamer John would say, it's nice and complete. Do you want to see it? Because I know for those people that want to see it, look, there you go, look. There we go, look, nice and complete, nice and complete. And it's got the tab that some people like. I couldn't give a flying shit about the tabs on there. I really couldn't. But I got that about a month, 2 months ago. So I've been playing out this week. I forgot it's actually, it's the arcade game, isn't it? It's the arcade game of Wonder Boy Monster Lair or whatever they call it. So yeah, enjoying that. I got these for a tenner. Well chuffed with that. But this one's got Donkey Konga in it, okay? And this isn't just nice and complete. It's nice and sealed. I was well chuffed with that. I couldn't believe it. I paid 10 quid for it. And it's never been used. It doesn't happen to me very often, but I've been after this for a while. So I'm going to be having to go on these bongos tonight. So don't mean anything saucy, obviously, because Mrs. would not like me talking about that sort of thing. Not on here anyway. But yeah, so I've been playing this as well on my GameCube because I've got another copy of it as well. But I only ever had that with the controller, so it was nice to get those. There's plenty more games to come. I managed to stumble across when I was in, where was I the other day? I wasn't in Worcester. I went somewhere. That's really bad, isn't it? I can't remember where I went. I've been all over the shop in the early part of the week, at least anyway, before I had a little bit of time off of work. But anyway, I went to some shop somewhere, but it was the Entertainer, and I fucking found these. I found Vector, Jack Specific Vector, the crocodile. Those that know who he is, from Knuckles Chaotix on the 32X or the Sonic Universe. And we got Silver the Hedgehog, which I didn't have these two. And I was quite surprised to find Neo Metal Sonic as well. They're 11 quid each. So that takes my Jack Specific collection. I think I got about 30, maybe a bit more than 30 individual characters now. So well worth getting when you get a chance to pick those up. I never open them. They're all sealed. They'll always be sealed. I don't think they'll be worth loads, but they're, some of them about 50, 60, 70 quid now. I've got Mephiles, the Hedgehog. He's like 80 quid, something like that now, 50 to 80 quid. Crazy money. So I haven't been playing with them. I just saw them. I was like, every time I see an Entertainer or a Smith, I've got to go and have a look for any Sonic figures every time. The next one, Mega CD games, BC Racers. Now, I only had half an hour on that today. But it's like, fuck me, why did they call it BC Racers if it's in the Chuck Rock universe? I don't know. Should have been something like Chuck Rock Racer or something. But anyway, it's the third game in the Chuck Rock series. It's a kart racer. What more can you say? The other one I've been playing, Universe at War on the Xbox 360. So that's a turn-based strategy game. Was it strategy turn-based game? I don't know how to put it. I'm not into those games really. I used to be into and still am into Command and Conquer Red Alert and the original Command and Conquer, and there's another one that was on the PlayStation 2. Command and Conquer Retaliation, I don't know, something like that. But it's one of those games like Command and Conquer. And I got this copy, and then the day after I got another copy for £2. So these things happen, especially when you've been looking for that for so long, and they just come up. So I've had that for about a month. So I've been quite enjoying that one. These two I got from Ben at Retrosect. So Winter Challenge on the Mega Drive and Steel Talons. For some reason, when I bought them, and this was about 3 weeks ago, so I've been playing both of these. I've had Steel Battalion. Steel Battalion is on the Mega Drive. So I was kind of banging on at Ben about, oh, what a great shoot 'em up it is. And I got home and I was like, I ain't Steel Battalion. Ah, fuck. I wonder why it was so cheap. But it's nice and complete as well. It's complete. It's a 3D helicopter game. So, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I quite enjoyed it. And obviously, what we said about Winter Challenge, been playing that a little bit. Nice little winter sports game. I actually like the skiing part on that one. Okay, this one was so a bit of cardboard here, nice cardboard at that as well. Doom on the Super Nintendo. I'm actually going to sell this. So this is complete. It's everything in there. It's very clean, very clean and tidy. I'm gonna get rid of this one because I don't know. I only picked it up because it was at a very good price. So I've been playing it. It's shit. The Super Nintendo version of Doom is fucking slow as shit. It's slow. The sound is great. I like the fact it's got the map feature on it. You know, the top down bit, and you can still move like you can on the PC. But still, for the when this came out, it was definitely a technical feat. I'll give it that. But now there's so many better ways to play Doom. This is for collectors, okay? So I'm going to sell this. I don't want it. Next one I've been playing, fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Space Marine 2. Whoa, that's had a major brilliant reception. It is a great game. They're going to be ironing out some of the little faults in it, and they're going to be releasing some DLC, single player DLC as well. What love for a game like that. I mean, it's well worth you getting this game. Okay, there's people out there that are already puking because this is the green box version. I couldn't give a shit whether it's green box, fucking red box, blue box, purple box, fucking multicolored box. Don't matter what system it is, play it. It's fucking excellent. I love the fact. I don't like the fact that there's very little health around in it. Okay, so in order for you to get health back, you need to, well, your armor back at least anyway. You need to. This is for the single player game. You need to do these like glory kills basically to give your armor back. But when you play multiplayer, oh man, you need to one of the Space Marines. Has to be like a medic because you're fucked otherwise. It's still really good fun. Don't get me wrong, but the single player is absolutely brilliant. I've never seen anything like it. The quality of it is fantastic. So next one I've been playing is because they've released some DLC for it. That's the Atari 50 Anniversary Collection. This is absolutely brilliant. You've got to get this. Now, the new DLC just come out. It's priced around about 11 quid for PS5, Switch, Steam, I think, and PlayStation. One part of that DLC was released yesterday on the 26th. Yeah, the 26th of September 2024. And the next part is, I think, 5th or 6th of November. So, and that will include a lot of Intellivision games on there because obviously Atari bought Intellivision. So, yeah, so well, get that whilst you can. But if you're an Xbox owner, don't expect to get the new updated version on disc because they ain't doing it. They're only doing it for the Switch and the PS5. So, at least you can still get it digitally, which I have done, the bonus additional content. Another nice fucking. I've actually got a specific protector for this. The red box Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. I got this at a really good price. If I tell you, you're going to take a fucking what? Okay, I know this isn't the rarest version because that's the yellow version, which I was so surprised to see. But this version, this one, I think I might have mentioned it in another video, but really pleased to have this. And all it took, because it had a plastic tray in it. I've heard they do come with them. You tell me if some of the SNES games originally came with a plastic tray. If they did, and this one did, then I've kept it. But I put an original tray, not a replacement one that I bought from eBay. I already had one in another box. I had an empty box Super Nintendo game, and I just used that tray instead. So, but Super Mario World, what a classic. There's nothing you can say about that game that hasn't already been said. Platformer perfection. I think you'd agree. Which brings me to another box one. Killer Instinct on the SNES, no music CD. I've heard that if you've got the CD, that significantly bumps the value up of these. But this is a lovely box. There's virtually nothing wrong with that. There's a little tiny tear there, but that could easily be repaired. But But been playing some Killer Instinct, not only on the Super Nintendo, but also on the Xbox One as well. Not the series that's sitting there, but on the one, which is there. And I just wish it had the CD in it because I didn't pay very much for it. That was from Ben, actually, at RetroSec. I wish he'd give me these games for free. That would be nice. I've only got one more game, actually, from him to show. I've been playing Duke Nukem Forever as well, again, on the Xbox 360. Well, I found that at an absolute dirt cheap price. It was £5, and it's all complete. Nothing missing, in really nice condition. I think it goes for about £30, something like that, 20, 30 quid. So it's not beyond the realm, not beyond the reach of a lot of people, but it's well worth getting. And the last two Sega Saturn games, are these medium and big hitter, perhaps? Not big hitter, but oh man, I was chuffed to get this one. The first one is Street Fighter the movie. A lot of hate has come for this one, okay? A lot of hate that it isn't very good. I actually think it's pretty good. It ain't as good as the other Street Fighters, but I think it is pretty good. And I got this again from Ben at RetroSec, but I got it for a very good price based upon the listings of what these are going for. Disc is immaculate. The instruction manual is immaculate. The box is, other than a couple of cracks, but nothing bad, immaculate. The back inlay card, no sun fading, fucking brilliant. So I've been playing that quite a bit at the moment, using the cheat code to get Akuma as well. And then that leads me to, well, just two other things really, I think. Another Saturn game, NBA Jam Tournament Edition. This was a CEX lottery. About 3 or 4 weeks ago, I ordered this. And I've been playing the hell out of it. I'm sorry, I don't know, people can disagree with me on this, but this is the best version of NBA Jam Tournament Edition that you can get. I'm sorry, it just, and a lot of people say the 32Xs, and I've played that. No, I think this comes as the best. I haven't played the Jaguar version, which I hear is actually better. But some people say this is actually better than the arcade because it's got a lot more options on it. And I've really enjoyed playing this game again. And I am so glad to have got this. You know, the best version of NBA Jam, hands down. And I'm just waiting for someone to say to me, can we play a game of this? Because we've got to do it, you know? So, yeah. That's it. Well, so that's what I've been playing. I mean, there's a couple of digital games that I've been playing as well. Horizon Chase Turbo 2, I think, was one. Can't really see on here now. There's some other stuff. There's some other bits and pieces. Just want to give a shout out to 8-Bit Boy UK as well for this, which he told me about, or told everyone about in this video, which is the Quake Champion Scalebearer Edition. I think I went into this in my last video, but I want to say thank you again. I don't think he commented, but there's the figure itself, and I think it's like 10 quid, and it's for the PC. The box is up there because I've got it on Steam, so I use it on my Steam Deck. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people, I'm getting a lot of people contact me now and really, really helpful with stuff. And that's a lot of stuff I've been playing this month. I mean, I've been kept very, very busy. There is a lot of other games like Ice Age 3. I've been having a little go on the Xbox 360, but I've put that stuff away up in the loft for now because I've been having a sort around up there. Man, I don't quite know how I've managed to get as much stuff as I have. Now, two last things actually. There's two more things. The first one, and I've mentioned this before, but I want to mention it again because we spoke about Space Marine 2. It's the Space Marine Collector's Edition, which I've mentioned before on this channel. This is going up so much now. I mean, I knew this was going to happen one day, not thinking there was going to be a Space Marine 2. But if you're going to get one of these, I suggest you get one well strike now because you will just miss out. They're going to be way too expensive. They are one of the better, if not, they're one of the better collector's editions that you can get. They contain a CD, these cards, they've got a purity seal, a lovely book. I think there's some postcards or something in there as well. I can't remember now. But yeah, I've mentioned before I've got this. I got this from Gaming Evesham when it was open many years ago. Probably about 2010, I think I got this. 2013? 2013 probably, when they were basically closing. They weren't closing down at the time, but they had this up there for 10 quid. because no one was buying it. There you go. Right. Last thing. Where did I put it? So many boxes around there. I've got to really have a sort out. I got this, and I'm going to do a video on this. This is fucking epic, okay? This is the Jack's Pacific Mortal Kombat plug and play, okay? I got this off eBay. It looked like it was shitty being used. Even though the outer packaging was really shitty, it had never been opened. It was brand new, and it works, okay? And this is a very unique version of Mortal Kombat. My understanding is that someone has managed to dump the game from this, and you can play it on MAME. I've seen it. I haven't played it, but I'm going to do some gameplay footage of this. I've just got to use my old Elgato and figure that out. But I'm going to be playing this tonight, and it's fantastic. It's a very unique version of Mortal Kombat. Look it up. I'll put some links below. Some other people have done some videos on this, but it looks like a little arcade machine. It does. It looks like a little arcade machine. Absolutely chuffed to bits with that. I paid 15 quid for it, and it is just. I think it's what the Mega Drive version should have been of Mortal Kombat. If you haven't seen this before, as I say, I'll put links below for it from other channels that have actually done some reviews of this. And if you can get one, do yourself a favour, get it. Because I have been playing it a little bit, and it is pretty good. I mean, playing it on the old CRT, so yeah, okay, well, that's it. That's what I've been playing for this month. What have you been playing? I'd be really interested to hear what you've been playing, and do check out all the people that I've mentioned in the description below, and hopefully I'll have something a bit more interesting in the near future as well. I'm weighing up my options at the moment, let's put it that way. So before I go, one final shout out. Is it? Oh man, I had his name in my head earlier, but I'll put a link to his channel in the description below. I think it's Pieces of 8-Bit. Pieces of 8-Bit. I've somewhere I've forgotten his name, but I'm hopefully going to meet up with him soon. I'm expecting to have some two-player goodness going on at some point, because I don't really want to play games around here. It's fucking boring. I've got so much games that I want to play with other people. Hopefully he's the one to do so with. So anyway, yeah, do check out the Mega Drive Appreciation Society video, link below, and enjoy your weekends, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ta for now. See ya.